piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white jerk. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with a in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me. If I was to ever take a leave, it would be as friend to break a feed. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
and for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
now back in the days of owed me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will fit an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy.
I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out.
Set me down. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic cock.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And we're off and running from Landover. Returnable from the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Here we go, set. Check smash, check smash. Ready?
Play fake here, Daniels. This is reeled in by Pittman. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Come on, set.
Here's the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Set.
Another carry for him. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming.
Let's go now. Last thing, 19. Ready.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ready.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here we go. Like it, 18. Check go.
2nd and 4. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Shut up. '79 Bronco. Go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Hut, hut.
Now Daniels to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this. He's got it inside the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now Daniels off the play action. And that's a Washington touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. ready to send this one away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Third down run from H.A. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, New York.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Running right, it's Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Play action on 1st down. He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Rolling left, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. To throw, Milton. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3. On target to his man Higgins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. It's the Giants with 1st and 10. Throwing now, Milton. Connects with Johnson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. He's running with it. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He's got it. And that's a New York touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Here we go, Shaq.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
19 tight. 19 tight. Come on. Set. 65, Jack. 65, Jack.
From the 37. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Milton now. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up. It cost him that catch.
He'll throw it. He's trying to go deep again. Big gain downfield. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Right, ready to send this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Sent down by Cody Barton.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. Got his target. It's Hill. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants double their lead to 14. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 rep, trap 60, check go.
Give now to the running back. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Let's go.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. 4th down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got it at the 24. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be Giants football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on first. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. From the 47. Hauled in left side. And he's brought down for a loss.
You want to know why we see so many gray hairs, Kate, on these D coordinators we meet with? It's plays like that. These T coordinators hate quarterbacks that can escape the pocket, escape the blitz, and make you pay with completions.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Milton back to throw. On the move, headed right. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
Second down carry for Achan. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Now Milton to throw. That's caught for the first. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Giants stretch their lead to 21. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Shut up. Go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He puts everything behind this one. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. To throw, Daniels. He's trying another one deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. Again, Daniels to the air. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tyler Newbin with the tackle.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done.
And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of third down.
Set. Mustang 19. 79 Bronco. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
65, check go.
Daniels on first down. Hits his running back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards. What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
On the jump.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. 70 range. 70 range. Go.
Daniels back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
They'll give it to Williams on the option.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. To throw, Milton. Achan reels it in. He runs it up to midfield. Devon Achan. He's to the 10. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown. The Giants keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Devon Achan with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Returning it from the 4. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Back at 60. Ready. Hurt. Warrior 70. And hurt.
Now Daniels to throw. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
I love throwing that 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First down from the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Putting a receiver in motion. On second and 10 now, Daniels. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked off by Andrew Phillips.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw.
And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety.
Kate, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Come on, set.
On first down, here's Daniels. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Going left side, Williams with it. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Fourth and forever coming up.
19 tight. Here we go.
Throwing now, Milton. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Daniels now. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And there's our last in image of this game. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for Brock Eward, our